Forrest Blanton's. Wow. That's different. I really like that. Peychauds or Pechaud's or Pechaud.
Yeah, now I'm gorgeous. Although probably fuzzier was better.
Okay. So this is not what I expected. And it's Thursday, and happy Thanksgiving, and I'm glad that you're here. Joe's watching. Trent's with us. Hey, Trent, how are you? I had a wonderful Thanksgiving, Trent. I hope you did too. We'll see how it ends, though. To be quite frank with you, I was sitting upstairs doing my research on Puncher's Chance and suddenly started to smell something horrible. Vile, horrible, nasty. And I thought the dog had pretty well come unglued and melted on the floor. I thought that's what had happened, and I was pretty convinced I was going to get up and then I was going to slide into a puddle of what used to be my dog. And it turned out that I opened up the back door and either a skunk got hit on the road on the other side of the neighborhood, or a skunk sprayed something in the woods behind my house. So it's nasty back there right now. I'm hoping that it's going to dissipate before the end of the day, because I'd like some more pie. And that's the side of the house that the pie is on, is the skunk side. I want more pie. We had turkey and ham and green bean casserole and mashed potatoes and gravy, and we had pea salad, and we had regular salad and shrimp. Yeah, we had shrimp cocktail. Bread, the Hawaiian bread, little bread. Oh, and my daughter made like 7 or 8 different types of desserts last night and this morning. Yeah, yep. It was a good Thanksgiving. I'm still full. But we're gonna imbibe. We're gonna get a little more full here with something that I need. So this brand was it confuses me. It might come from like 2 different distilleries or something like that. I haven't quite figured it all out yet. But one website seems to cite MMA, mixed martial arts, as an inspiration, while the other one seems to cite the puncher being like a work ethic, like a clock puncher. Yeah, but it made me think of Rocky Balboa, hence the photo with the stars and stripes behind. Just I didn't have a boxing glove or anything like that, so it could be MMA. It could be it could be the work ethic. OHLQ put it all together pretty well by saying, pure Kentucky straight bourbon inspired by 2 great American traditions, whiskey and fighting for what we believe in. Okay, I could deal with that. This is kind of a celebration. I'm going to say it's a celebration of clock punchers. Puncher's Chance Kentucky straight bourbon is inspired by what they say on the one website. Oh my. Oh, I didn't get all the plastic off. I thought I did. Oh my. That is really on there. Golly.
No scissors, no knife.
No. I get it. I get it. Here we go. I got it.
I was going to say, here's the knife.
Ah. It just has this plastic that didn't quite perf where it needed to perf. All right. There. Okay. Let's see here. One source said that this came from Wolf's Spirits Distillery out of Eugene, Oregon. Now, the only thing it says on the bottle as far as place is Kentucky, distilled in Kentucky. So, but the origins of the distillery are a little bit murky. The one source said it came from Wolf's Spirits Distillery out of Eugene, Oregon. Another source said Puncher's Chance comes from a currently non-distilling producer, that's a NDP, non-distilling producer called IJW in Danville, Kentucky. It partners with, it partners with 5 Kentucky distilleries, including Bardstown and presumably Danville, which is where you get Wilderness Spirit. Wilderness Spirit, I think is what it is. I haven't reviewed that yet. I've got some. To make a wide array of bourbons, ryes, and wheat whiskeys, it will start producing its own juice soon for its own labels and also to sell for other NDPs. non-distilled producers. IJW's master distiller, you may know the name, Kevin Curtis. He is well known. He's got his fingerprints all over everywhere. Angel's Envy, Woodford Reserve, Michter's, Brown Forman, and now IJW. So you may know him, Kevin Curtis. So for Puncher's Chance, they use a marriage of 5. Now, one website says 5, 6, and 7. Another one said 4, 5, and 6, and the last one said 5 and 6 year bourbon barrels. Wherever they're sourcing it from, those 5 different distilleries. The mash bill is consistent everywhere I looked. It's a 90 proofer. It's a combo of 75% corn. It's a high corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. It sells in Ohio for $29.99, so, you know, it's not going to break the bank to try something new and different. So let's try something new and different. All right, Puncher's Chance. Nice sweet nose, very corn nose, but there is some nice rice spice on it. I wanted to use a Glencairn with a 90 proofer. I thought I wanted to really concentrate those aromas a little bit better. You know, that 13% rye is definitely making itself known. It's got a little bit of a toasted cereal note, just very so slight. There's your common notes are going to be there: vanilla, cinnamon, salted caramel, not just caramel, but salted caramel. A little bit of maybe orange peel. I mean, the nose is not anything spectacular. It's not anything good, like, this is really a very complex nose. It's got some nice notes to it, but it is what it is. I don't think it's anything unusual as far as nose goes. The jokes just write themselves. All right. Okay, all right. Let's head over to the app, see if I'm missing anything. Is that as light as it appears? It's got a very amber look to it. Earlier I poured a little bit of the Weller Special Reserve. That's lighter than this is. This has got a really nice amber hue, almost going into the oranges just a little bit. It's darker, I think, Trent, than it looks on camera. Maybe if I block it a little bit, block some light. I do have a lot of light on me, so I mean that may have something to do with it. But it's almost a butterscotchy look, maybe a little darker than butterscotch. Really nice amber. It reminds me. It's maybe not as dark, but it reminds me of that amber from Jurassic Park on the end of the dude's cane. Kind of reminds me of that. So it's almost got the same color as honey. Very, very close to the same color as honey under this light. Paul, happy Thanksgiving from Florida. Nice. Nice. I hope it's warm down there. Get yourself some fresh orange juice. I did have a wonderful Thanksgiving, Trent. Thanks. All right. Let's put it through the paces here. Okay. Whew. It's young. It's quite young. The bloom was immediate. This punches higher than its proof. It's supposed to be 90 proof. This got me right on the first taste. Very bitey, very young. But it wasn't overpowered once it got there. I mean, it wasn't like all of a sudden the burn just continued and continued and continued. It just sat there and it kind of wavered a little bit. It's the first time I've ever had a bloom that kind of wavered on my tongue. But it was immediate. Like, So now that I've gotten that past, let's move on and see if I can get you some flavors out. That hit hard. Goodness gracious. And I just had some 114 Old Overholt last night, for crying out loud. You'd think that this would be nothing. This drink's about as hot as that. But that isn't as young as this. There's no age statement on this, so I want to say, well, they said 4 to 5 year on the distillate. So, but how long did it sit in their distillery? I don't know. Maybe not very long. But 4 to 5 seems a little long for it to be this young. Hey, Ron. How are you, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Ron is in South Carolina, in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina. Lovely place. Gorgeous little place. Couple of great places to drink. A couple of nice little liquor stores. Some wonderful restaurants. I'll try to bring some warm weather back. Hey, it's nice out there right now. I took the dogs on a walk in my short sleeves, Paul. It was nice. Like 61 degrees right now, and it's supposed to be mild all week, so I'm not going to complain at all. I might even go fishing tomorrow without a jacket if it's not raining. It started to rain on me a little bit tonight, but anyway, Paul, so yeah, I bring some back, but we got it right now. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, Beaufort, beautiful place. A couple of really nice restaurants. I think there's one that it was built in what used to be a post office. I think it's called the Low Country Cafe or something like that. They have, I don't like grits very well, but they have a deep fried grits. Duh. It's good food, really good food. Thick bacon. They aren't the friendliest people in the world, but their food is outstanding, and they're always busy. There's another place in town that does seafood, and it's really good. They got a great bar. And they have at least last time I was there, they had a little place where you could sample like 100 different types of olive oil. Neat place. Anyway, enough commercial for Beaufort, South Carolina, near Hilton Head, and it's also where Forrest Gump was filmed, part of it. And I did visit the set. I visited the place where the boats were, where they left. Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump, they went out to go fishing. Yeah. Or crabbing. I guess it was crabbing. So I've been on some of the sets there. It's also where a bunch of the big what is it? The Big Chill was filmed there. That's a stupid movie. I wanted to like it. That's a really it's not about anything. And it was billed as a comedy, but it's not a comedy. It's like when I'm done, I need to be drunk. All right. Okay. Enough. Let's get back to this. It's got a bit of a toffee overtone. It's that darker sense again. We talked about how something can seem light and airy, and this one is a little bit darker and heavier, despite the color, obviously. Try to bring some more, just going through and making sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think I poured enough. Either that or my sips are too big. Is there such a thing as a sip being too big? Okay, I'm going to criticize this bottle. That's the second time I've poured, and I've spilled down the side. They need to fix that. I don't like that. I'm just leave that off. Okay. Now I wonder what this would be like. Again, this is another one of those that I wonder what it's going to be like in a month after it sits, because this is the neck pour, and the neck pour is normally not going to be its best foot forward. I used to not believe in the neck pour, and I still kind of waver on it. But it is true that some pours do get better over time. One of them that I think gets, I don't like it right out of the neck pour, but Weller 107, Antique 107, I'm not a fan. But after that sits 4 to 6 weeks, now we're talking. Now that's good. I like that. That was one that was like that. The Uncle Nearest 1884. The more you get through that over a couple of months, that's some good stuff. All right, let's get back to this. I will try not to drink all of this. I'm going to add a little water to it here in a minute. Aerate it just a bit. All right. There's some honeycomb there. Again, it's that darker side of honey. It's not sweet like honey. It's like honeycomb. Maybe a little toffee on the back end. It's good, but it's not remarkable. It's not anything that's different and world changing. It's okay. You know, for the money, if you're looking for, you know, a decent pour, right, or even a decent mixer, this is probably a pretty decent mixer, and it's not bad. It's just not great. There are so many better bourbons out there. Anything in the Whiskey Row series from Old Forester is going to be good. You know, we've reviewed a bunch of them here that have just blown me away. They're fantastic. This is just okay. It's all right. I'll drink it. You know, it's not icky. I can't say I don't like it. I do like it. It just isn't anything unusual. It doesn't fire up any new feelings for me. And trust me, I like to fire up my new feelings. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Put a milliliter of water in there, see if it opens it up a little bit, see if I get something new. Have you tried the Benchmark variant that just hit shelves in Ohio this week? Nobody got one. I did get one. When did I get it? Yesterday? Yeah. I think I got it yesterday. Yeah. I haven't opened it yet, but I think it's called Top Shelf or something like that. I don't have it down here with me. It's upstairs in the other bar. I drink a little occasionally. But anyhow, no, I did pick one up. There were two left in the liquor store that I went to, and I got one. So, and there was another gentleman there who I talked to and tried to nurse through some names. They had all of them at Kroger BG last night. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. At the place I bought, it was buy one, so I don't know if they'll let you buy more than that, but I got the one, and there was somebody that was there with me, and he was looking for Buffalo Trace. Of course, they're always looking for Buffalo Trace, and I said, well, they don't have any here right now. But then we got up to the counter, and there was Benchmark, and I said, well, if you like Buffalo Trace makes Benchmark, and Benchmark, I believe, is the same mash bill as Blanton's, so I did grab one of each. Oh, you did? Okay. So far, impressive for the price point. All right, well, good. I did have a Benchmark a while back. It was the bottom shelf Benchmark. It was the first one that Ohio got, so I haven't really invested much of my time and effort into Benchmark, but I did see this one, and it was allocated, so I thought, all right, let's give it a shot. So I'm glad you got those. I'd love to hear a review. Pick up the OHLQ Yellowstone pick at the Bowling Green liquor store. I got one of those too. So I'm kind of pleased about that. It's sitting around here somewhere. It's sitting around here somewhere. I did get that one. I got that one. I got the King of the Bootleggers, George Remus. I got that one. And then I got the one that we're going to preview next week on the Bourbcast. So hang out for just a little while longer, because I'm going to tell you what's next week, and I'm kind of excited about it. So, because I haven't reviewed it yet, and it's amazing that I haven't reviewed this product yet. What's the matter with me? Well, we've got 127 other ones I've reviewed. This is number 127 tonight. 127. All but one are all different. I screwed up and did Russell's 10 twice. Oops. If I'm going to do one twice, that's not a bad one to do. Yeah, okay. All right, so this has got the water in it. I don't smell the skunk down here, so that makes me happy. All right. I almost never nose it after I put water in it, because it just kills the nose most of the time. And, I mean, there's still notes. Wow, what is that? I'm getting a new note, and I don't know what that is. It's nice, whatever it is. And now it's gone. I don't even know. It was interesting. I don't know what that was. All right, so let's move on. Mouthfeel got better. That happens a lot when you add a little water. It builds up some of that viscosity. I don't know that it improved anything. I don't think it opened anything up. I'm getting a little pepper on the back end now that I didn't get before. There's a little oak that wasn't as present before. So I guess it opened it up just a little bit in some different areas. Very slightly, though. The rye notes, the toasted cereal notes that I got when it was neat, have been more brought down on water. So that's not. It's more of a bourbon than it was kind of that bourbon rye blend. Now it's more of the bourbon side of things and less of the rye. So. Now that note, sometimes weird things happen where maybe it hit a part of your tongue that you didn't have it hit before. I just got bubble gum. Maybe the skunk has affected my ability to taste. I don't know. Well, maybe it was the green bean casserole. I have no idea. All right. Last but not least, let's see what it does over ice. With a gorgeous ice sphere. Elegant, elegant. This one is a little less than elegant. It's another one of my rejects. It's still close to being elegant. There we go. All right, now I'm going to put the lid on it. Last night, if you weren't here, we just came on really quickly and we did a smoked maple old-fashioned using the old Overholt 114 rye. It was very, very good. Very, very good. If you've never blended maple syrup, not pancake syrup, but maple syrup with your bourbon, you should try that. Like a quarter ounce. You don't have to do a lot. Just a little. Very good. It takes the place of the simple syrup that you would normally put in. Simple syrup you would put in sometimes half an ounce. This you only use a quarter of an ounce because it's not a syrup. It's not watered down 1-to-1. It's actual 100% maple syrup. It's very good. All right. Okay, let's get this cooled down. I'm not going to stick my finger in it tonight. I know you're very disappointed. You love it when I stick my finger in it. That came out so wrong. All right. All right. This is one of those rare times when I think I like it best of all cooled down. It's less bitter, if that might be actually a fair word for the neat version of this. It's less bitter. It holds its flavors. That honeycomb is still popping out. Salted caramel's still there. That yeah, those are the two notes I'm getting the most. Maybe I'm just in the mood for a cold cocktail, but by golly, that's not bad. Most of the time, it falls apart over ice. This is not falling apart. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. All right, so this is Puncher's Chance. It's okay. It's a decent buy. It's $29.99, $30 pour. Buy it, share it with people. It's a nice budget bourbon. It'd make a nice, because of the rye notes. I think it'd make a pretty nice base for a cocktail. When you'd rather drink something else neat that you really like your Wellers and your Taylors and your, turkeys and all that stuff. If you know that you're going to mix something and you know that the ones that you want to drink neat are better than this, then buy this, by golly, and mix it when you would normally mix something good like your Rittenhouse or your Pikesville or some of those other ryes or bourbons. Get this instead and mix this because it's decent. It's a decent bourbon. It tastes good. It's just not outstanding, and there's nothing that wows me about it. Now, on the other hand, the one we're going to do next week, I've had it before. I haven't had this particular one, but I've had it before. This is one of the rare times I'm going to open one next week with something that I've had before. But I haven't ever reviewed it, amazingly enough. So for Bourbcast number 128, we're going to be doing the New Riff Single Barrel. This is the OHLQ pick that came out just a short time ago. And I love the New Riff Single Barrels. I have never had one I didn't like. These are a little hot. I want to say this one. Yeah, this is 108.5 proof. This is 90. So I'm gonna notice the difference in this one. But I love this bottle. I haven't had a lot of different New Riffs. As a matter of fact, I think the single barrel is the only one I've ever had. But I really, really like this one. Well, the other single barrels I've had, maybe I'll like this one too. OHLQ does a pretty good job at their picks, so I will probably love this one. This is just one that it's been a while since I've had. It's probably been a year and a half since I've had the New Riff single barrel, but we're going to review this one next week. Again, this is the OHLQ barrel pick for this just like a few weeks ago. So if you have the opportunity to go get this one, go pick it up. I'm excited about this one, and I hope you are too. And if you have it, drink it along with me next week so you can provide your notes as I provide mine. That's the fun part. When you're drinking along and you can say, hey, I'm getting this, and I'm getting this, and ooh, I don't like it, or ooh, I love it, whatever. That's what's fun for me is when we're giving and taking on this. So if you can get a bottle of this, even if it's not this OHLQ single barrel pick, at least go get a single barrel and drink it alongside. The OHLQs may be gone, but by golly, I got this one. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Pretty good crowd tonight. I appreciate that. We will see you again next week for the New Riff Single Barrel. And in the meantime, have a great Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Black Friday. Starts that Christmas season all over again. If you're like me and you don't do that, great. If you're like other people and you do that, be careful, be nice. Be nice to the people that are working the retail stuff, doing the checkouts and helping you find what you want. Just be nice. If you have to drink ahead of time, get a DD, but that'll help you be nice when you're there. All right. All right, guys. Again, happy Thanksgiving, and thank you very much for watching, and we will see you with the New Riff Single Barrel next week right here on Beautiful Bourbon.